VFC 52 is returning to Omaha at the Baxter Arena. We've got a great main event, two of the hottest prospects in MMA and probably the two biggest prospects not signed by the UFC right now. Both know that a win here will get them to that next level. I'm really excited for the return of Raufeon Stots. That guy has done nothing but perform since he showed up in the VFC. A very successful college wrestler, had almost no wrestling experience in high school and ends up becoming a national champion at the collegiate level. He's brought that same tenacity, that same drive into the MMA world, and it shows out there in his performances. Training at Rufus Sports out of Milwaukee, honing all of his skills, and then showcasing them in the VFC so far. We also have Duane Johnson, has a very established amateur career as an MMA fighter and as a boxer. He comes into the pro ranks his first fight, has a very good performance, and now he's gonna return. He's a hometown boy in Omaha. He's gonna have a big crowd there, and he wants to continue that winning streak, continue to show that he can fight at the pro level, and possibly make it to the big show one day. We have a big change lately in MMA, and that's an evolutionary change of the sport where fighters aren't wanting to cut as much weight anymore. It's been a health issue for a lot of guys. Most guys are wanting to fight more around their natural weight class. That's a great example of Yuri Villaforch wanting to come up to welterweight, taking on bigger fighters, but not having to suck as much weight the week of the fight, which was potentially zapping his energy. He's gonna have a big opponent on his hands in Kassius Kayne, an Omaha native, very aggressive striker, well-rounded fighter. So he's gonna show up and try to spoil this winning streak that Yuri's on right now. Yuri Villaforch has provided us with not only 2 wins in the VFC, but several highlights, including fight of the night in his last performance. Kassius knows as a young up-and-coming fighter, he's got his hands full in a more veteran fighter in Yuri, who's also been to the UFC, trains at the Black Zillions camp, and I think that one could be a sleeper for fight of the night. VFC 52 has a great main event. This one's gonna be a banger. We got the welterweight title on the line. Jason Jackson, our current champion, versus Coconut Bombs, Maki Pitolo. Jason Jackson, although doesn't have a lot of fights, he does have a lot of skill, and he's proven that when he beat Victor Moreno, who has 70 pro fights, to win the title for the VFC. But he has more than a handful with Coconut Bombs. Maki Pitolo has shown nothing but skill and class in there. Very technical fighter, very, very calm and collected in there. He's also proven to be a finisher. He doesn't like to go to decisions, and we don't like to watch decisions. What's so exciting to me about the main event at VFC 52 is the storyline. These guys aren't just prospects that were picked out to come in for one fight in the VFC. They were built in the VFC. They're producing the skills in the VFC that they need to go to the next level. And that's one of the beauties of the VFC. You can watch these guys come up sometimes from amateur to entry-level pro to champion and then make that jump to these pay-per-view events. So it's really exciting to me because I feel like they're part of the VFC family. They might go to the UFC, but make no mistake, these two are victory athletes.